Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about something that's very intriguing, where Xbox finally got a pretty big win. Now, if you guys do or do not know on the, back and forth of video games, PlayStation's actually had a few pretty big closet hits, from games such as Genshin Impact or Honkai Impact, where they basically had a chance to go and get a lot of random individual sales, a lot of microtransactions, and of course, people very intrigued on the game as a whole. That kind of draw like a lot of people going towards PlayStation, a lot of people who enjoy the JRPGs, such as like the Final Fantasy games and all of that, and that was a pretty big win for PlayStation. But on the same time, we actually did see a very random closet hit that's now popping up everywhere that Xbox somehow actually got, where PlayStation fans have a little bit on the concern side, worried about, and also kind of more wishing this was actually showing up in the PlayStation console. This is also around the heads of the Xbox developer update, where a lot of folks were also kind of wishing that Indiana Jones and other various big games were also coming to the PlayStation console. Now, I'm going to go talk about all this type of stuff, and as well, we're going to be checking out this game even up on our Twitch stream probably as of right this second, so we'll have that link down below if you guys want to follow, either for now or the future, and of course, give me your thoughts and comments and all this kind of little juicy drama all down below. So, if you guys can't go and probably tell, the big game that we're talking about over here is a random, brand new sleeper hit that I myself am really excited for, and I cannot wait to go and play. And this is all in regards to a game called Palworld. Now, you guys have maybe seen some memes on this, tweets about it, or whatever, where it's basically just Pokemon. I'm not joking. It's just like a ripped off Pokemon with guns. Now, there is enough separate stuff that makes it unique. There's enough separate stuff that's cool. There's enough separate stuff that doesn't make it like a Pokemon clone, because they kind of went a little bit more on the hardcore side. But one big thing to note is that this game is not, as of this current moment, coming out for PlayStation. Now, there is probably going to be some sort of exclusivity also tied into this one, because the game is available on Game Pass, which I'm going to be playing on Game Pass, so my Game Pass subscription is currently on up with it, but as well, it's also up on Steam, which also has had some really good reviews. But part two of this is that they did go make a statement on over here, saying, will Palworld be coming to PlayStation 5? We do not have plans for this at the moment, but we'll consider it during development. Is Palworld on Xbox Game Pass for PC? Yes, Palworld is on Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass for PC. So big things to note on a few different things. Number one is the game itself is a sleeper hit. When it comes to Twitch right now, when it comes to Twitter, YouTube videos, and everything else in between, the game has been doing phenomenal. We even also had various other tweets, you guys may have a chance to see this one, where it sold over 1 million copies in its first 8 hours, with very positive review ratings over on Steam. So right now, I've also seen a lot of my Twitch friends, content creator friends, who are into the whole gaming sphere, and they love it. I haven't had a chance to touch it as yet, so far I'm going to be doing that, like I said, probably right now. If you guys are bored, go swing by Twitch. But right this second, the game is a win. Like, people enjoy the game. This is a day one launch over here, where even if you guys could look at the overall reception when it comes to, say, Twitter, it's been doing phenomenal. Like, right now, this has over 800,000 views on just the announcement of them having over 1 million things. Even Phil Spencer himself has chimed in, giving, hey, big congrats to the team itself, Among Us, saying, oh my god, congrats. And a lot of the folks kind of just giving a really big win, saying game of the year in 2024, will it be coming to console? People are still kind of curious. This one, congrats on the success. And overall, the game itself's been doing very good. Now, this is a fun thing to note because Xbox got a hold of it. Now, I'm more of a PC guy, as I'm sure you guys know overall, but I also do have a PS5, I do a lot of PS5 coverage. And I think a lot of people on the PlayStation are a bit sad that this game has not been either announced or is going to be announced for the PlayStation. It's all a bit of social media, like even we're seeing people asking, like, hey, I have a PlayStation, how could I play this? And it kind of seems like that random game that if you were looking for it, had potential, because all the trailers were just so stupid and so fun, but I was digging it. And as well, a lot of folks just wanted to go and play it, or they just see tweets, Twitter posts, TikToks, whatever, where they're popping it up being like, hey, this game is weird as all heck. And it's been trending. You guys can even look at my Twitter thing over here. It is quite literally trending right now worldwide, and a lot of people are hyped up for it. But now people are also on the concerned side because people want to go and play the game itself. Some folks are saying the game was even running mediocrely on Xbox. Some folks just want to get it on Game Pass. I'm doing Game Pass. And as well, people want the game. One thing to note is that people were also assuming, and I would probably agree, this is somewhat of an Xbox exclusive, like a time maybe on a 1 year or so exclusivity. That's usually, I think, the guesstimate that we look at for nowadays. Typically, like any game that's like, say, like Final Fantasy is usually a 1 year exclusivity deal. Or a good example is maybe, let's say, I don't know, there's a lot. Like The Medium was a 1 year deal, then switched on over. So we've had this kind of as the standard. Like 1 year, they have a chance to get the attention, or Game Pass deals or whatever. And this is a day one Game Pass deal. So that's probably why a lot of folks obviously are just going to be having it on Xbox or Game Pass. I'm cool with it. That's why I always say PC. You get the Xbox Game Pass on PC. You go get the PlayStation 5 and Switch. It's probably the most ideal setup. And I think that's what Xbox even wants. And most gaming people who are into gaming wants that. I mean, obviously, it's still a lot of money to drop like 2-3 grand plus also subscription fees. But I think it overall still always works. But I think their statement saying it is like in the works potentially for PlayStation. They don't have plans at the moment, but obviously if you're releasing a big game that just sold 1 million copies day one on consoles, etc., you're going to want to sell it on PS5. There's no real reason to not sell it on PlayStation, but I think this is just kind of really big code legal words for legally we have a contract with Xbox, legally this is a Game Pass exclusive for a year, we'll probably work on it and maybe release like a year into it, do some hype trailers after the contract's all done and build up hype pre-orders and go from there. But it's kind of crazy because this game has been a very, very good sleeper hit. A lot of folks are kind of, like I said, excited about it. Like people are saying, hey, it's like a refreshing game with being funny enough immoral, but that makes a lot of people want to play the game. It's something different. And I do think, and I've seen on the social media side, that a lot of people on the PlayStation platform are kind of jealous, which is fine. Because a lot of people on the Xbox side were jealous about Genshin not showing up on Xbox itself. And that, like, it makes sense, you know? I get it. Like, it makes sense. You want to go and have the fun games. And this is also a multiplayer game, too. And what does PlayStation kind of lack, at least some terms of rumors or game notes or whatever? Multiplayer games. So, but like everyone's been liking it, like the early initial views, and that's why I can't wait to go play. You pretty much have Pokemon with guns. Like it's like, I don't know what else to go and say. So you capture animals, you force them into fights with other animals, you even work them to the bone in a home base that is depicted as something closer to a sweatshop or even a labor camp for political reasons. It's dark. Darker than Pokemon or Temtem, and that's why I think a lot of folks kind of like it. Not to say like that's a good thing at all, but it's kind of like one of those things like you play a Pokemon game, the core is fun. Like you get little characters, you go and level them up, you get different abilities, you get attached, you get invested. So like it's fun, like you enjoy it. But Pokemon, for someone like me who's a little bit on the older side, is kind of lost its gusto. Like it's a cool game, cool experience, cool everything, and yeah, I just don't think it's really for me anymore. I might go pop up the newest ones when they happen, but like it just is dated graphics for, you know, the Switch. The game itself is fun, I guess. The online's mediocre. The challenge is not there for single player, and it's not just me like spamming like 2 buttons hoping for the best when it comes to me doing Pokemon fights. But at the same time, a lot of folks are liking the game, which is why people on the PlayStation have been kind of, like, I don't want to say like jealous, but I would say a lot of bit jealous. Like I saw a lot of tweets going through the Palworld, memeing on the fact that PlayStation like sucks. They weren't on top of this one. They were saying that they wanted to have the game on their console, their preferred choice. That Xbox actually lucked out. And this probably is going to be driving up some Game Pass subscribers. Now, I myself re-up my Game Pass, so I'm actually a part of this because I want to check out the game. Like, why not? There's also maybe anything else I miss on the Xbox side. Maybe try to find some cool little indie games or everything else. Like, why not? Like, that's why I think the beauty of Game Pass. You just go re-up it whenever a new game comes out. If they keep good games coming out, I'm going to keep my Game Pass subscription. As easy as that. And, well, people like the game. Like, there is a little bit of controversy, though, where people are saying it might be cruel or brutal, which I get. I understand. But I'm on one of the mindsets of, like, if it's a video game, and I hope most people are in the same boat as me, where it's just a game. Like, it's a little bit dark, a little bit weird. I mean, I haven't played it yet, but I've seen like a lot of trailers and memes and like people like having like 18 of these Palmons, you know, working like in a random like assembly line. But it is like, it's interesting. Like, I don't want to say it's like edgelord humor. I just want to make it as more of just like an insanely goofy game. And that's sometimes the fun of gaming. Now, once again, this might be one of those things like a week from now I might buy track if the game is really that bad, but I don't think most people think it is. It's not like people are complaining too much about it, whatever. But that's why I think a lot of PlayStation folks, once again, just want to play the game. And that's why I always hate the console exclusivity, and I kind of support up the Activision, like, hey, let's go put every game, Call of Duty, Overwatch, whatever, on every console, because that's just makes things easier. Now, I get marketing, I get Game Pass exclusives, I get, like, day one proper games, or Square Enix that PlayStation does too, but at the same time, it's crazy, because I do think a lot of PS5 fans wanted this game. As well, we also were seeing some issues that the Xbox game wasn't fully optimized and some multiplayer issues, etc., etc. So, like, it's rough to go and see because I want it working on the PlayStation. But I'm going to be playing on my PS5 myself either way. So I want to know, have you guys had a chance to go check out Palworld yet? Are you guys going to? I'll probably be playing a lot of it up on my Twitch stream if you guys are bored, link down below. And of course, I hope I'll have a fun time with it. But if you guys are waiting for the PlayStation version, maybe give it a year or so, and we'll see if the hype is still there. And exclusivities are always on the rough side. So we'll have some more fun videos all throughout the next few days, so be on the lookout for that. I appreciate y'all so much for watching, and let me know if you guys like the game at all or not. We have the Twitter Twitch stream down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I love you guys all for watching.